There is more to me, Queen Eliara of Elfgard, than my elven magic. Just as there's more to Geico than saving you money, Geico also gives you 24/7 access to licensed agents online, on the phone, or on the Geico app. And while I am a mighty elf queen, I am also a mighty big fan of barbecue potato chips. Minions! More smoky mesquite.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Blog Talk Radio.
What happened was I had the covers show set for the middle of May 17th to be exactly. And then it was announced that Danzig, who we talked about last week, Needs a Hug, is putting out an album mid-May. It's looking like May 12th, which means we got to do Danzig, Black Laden Crown, or Black Laden Hosen, whatever you like, on May 17th. And then we got the Dragon Force, and then we got the Ailstorm, because we are here to drink your beer, and then Dream Evil, and then I've assigned you and Coop Tankard while I'm at the Joshua Tree, and then we got Nickelback, who wouldn't give you a penny back. And then it's Transformers Week, where we will be doing the Transformers the movie soundtrack. Yeah. And then I had a nosebleed. because that takes us to July 5th, you see. And I thought, after I went through the source material calendar yesterday and added a whole bunch of, we're going to record this and we're going to play this live, and and after I'm sure then you had a nosebleed, I thought maybe I should stop planning things.
Well, I would hate for us to lose the cover show, but if it need be done because we're covering new music, that's okay. I've always said on here that I'm not as big as a fan of covers as you, and you for sure. So if it has to go by the wayside, it must. But I'd hate to see it go because that's a fun show. But
it is a fun show, and I want my win back. I feel like Cooper won. Did he win? Well, if he won.
Yeah, he won. He won last time because, by the way, this is the Metal Hammer of Doom.
God damn it! Slow down, pal. I got a friend of mine that listens to the Bruce Pritchard podcast, and we'll just send each other text messages back and forth of Bruce Pritchard isms, which are usually imitations of other people, and pronouns, pal, is a bit.
Pronouns, pal.
Pronouns. God damn it, man. Pronouns, pal. By the way, this is the Metal Hammer of Doom, and I am your old pal, Wheezy, the mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Rattledge. And joining me in this mess around is ye old Jesse Starcher. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm glad to be on the Metal Hammer of Doom once again. And and we're going to be talking about a band that I've never even heard of before today. Again, surprise.
The edumacation of Jesse Starcher continues on the Metal Hammer of Doom. That's
Indeed.
right. Legendary Tampa death metalers, one of the godfathers of the genre, Obituary, put out an album last Friday, self-titled Obituary, and we will talk about it. But let me peel back the curtain and let you know a little bit about how the old sausage is made. Robert Cooper, he has a job smuggling Mexicans over the border in North Carolina. Geographically, I really don't know how that all works out, but he works at Lowe's. But the cover is he works at Lowe's, home, the other Home Depot type store, Home Depot.
That's right.
That's what it is. God damn it. Anyway, so yeah, he works at Lowe's, and when we set the show up and everything, the show used to be every other Thursday, and then his schedule changed, so we moved it to I think Tuesdays, and then his schedule changed again, so we moved it to Wednesdays, and I try to start all of our shows between 9 and 9:30, but we've been trying to do this around his schedule, and he keeps saying, I can get out by 10 o'clock. And as we said last week, he didn't quite make it to the show. He didn't get out till like 11 or some shit.
Yeah.
So he either comes on late or doesn't come on at all. Well, he said go ahead and set the show. He said he was definitely going to get out by 11. I'm like, I'm not waiting until fucking 11 o'clock to record this thing. So we are hitting the ground running at 10:30, and that's as late as I am willing to start. Now, I'm willing to go, obviously, until the show is over, which is usually we run around 2 hours because, boy, are we a verbose bunch.
Indeed. When we have nothing to talk about either.
Yes, we prattle on about nothing, and we do it well. And that's why you love us. But I said, here's the compromise. We'll set the show for 10:30, but Jesse and I will have a bit of a mess around until about 11. And 11, I'm going to start playing Obituary tracks. So if you are not interested in the mess around, then come back in about 20 minutes or so, and we'll get right into Obituary proper. But we're not just going to sit here and jerk each other off. No, sir. We are going to play. Jesse's very uncomfortable right now. We are going to play some music. We loaded up some tracks here to have some fun with, some stuff maybe that we would not necessarily get to on a podcast proper. Jesse and I and Cooper, we're part of a little message group on Facebook, and we'll send each other musical newts throughout the day, among other things. We'll listen to Spotify, and something will come across our listening player, and we'll be like, hey, this is cool, check this out. Or, hey, I just found out about this. Or, I'll check out the Wikipedia page for new albums and say, hey, guys, this is coming out. But a lot of the stuff never makes it to the show because, we're doing one album a week, and I try to pick the most well-known or the most, or the most fun of the bunch. So this little mess around that we got going on here is an opportunity to go off the beaten path a little bit and share a little bit of what goes on in that chitty chat, that chitty bang bang. You know what I'm saying? You pick it up and putting down. You dig my groove?
I got it.
All right. So that being said, sir, I was listening to Spotify the other day, and Spotify does this thing now. I don't know if you've noticed this, where like you listen to an album and then the album will end and it'll just autoplay something else, something really random.
It goes into radio. What happens is once the album ends, it tries to put you set up a radio station based off of what you just listened to. Because that took me by surprise a few times where I was like, what the fuck happened here? And of course, I consulted an expert, my daughter. I said, what is going on? And she said, my 11-year-old girl said, it's starting a radio station. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense because I don't remember pushing that button, but it automatically does that.
Right. Well, that makes all the sense in the world. So this first track we're going to play, I am poly-positive, okay? I am the most positive man in podcasts. Anyone can tell you that, believe it or not. You know, I review movies with Robert Winfrey, and he'll always tell you, I can see the good in just about anything. It's the reason why On Trial works the way that it does, because I can find a diamond in a pile of shit just about anywhere. So despite all my quasi-racist, sexist commentary at times, I am generally a positive person who sees the good in things. And metal, as much as I love it, and it is one of my loves, can be a smidgen negative. I mean, we all just, you know, had a pants-off dance-off for a Creator. And that's some negative music right there. I mean, it's good. It's nice. But he's too big. It was good. We all loved it. But come on, I mean, Satan is real. It's not exactly a Christmas carol. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a damn fine song to listen to, but it's pretty bleak.
Yeah. So when you come across a metal song that is like uber positive, like we're talking Barney, I love you, you love me, homosexuality with a big long schlong and a jar of Vaseline. Wait a minute.
Wait a second now. I don't recall those being lyrics.
You know what's sad about that? Someone
Tell
said
me.
that in high school. He just launched into our chorus room and belted that out, and I haven't never forgotten it. I am almost 41 years old. That happened in high school.
Good memory.
Oh, Christian Laura, where have you gone? Anyway, so I love you, you love me type, you know, positive Barney type stuff. This is almost at that level. And it's not as silly necessarily, but it's almost that level of just pure, unadulterated positivity. I actually posted this to some coworkers of mine, and I want to get your opinion on this before I play the track, Jesse.
Sure.
These broads, right, these women's, they posted on Facebook that they're jamming to Bruno Mars.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, and I had to set them straight. I wrote them back. I needed to get involved.
Oh, boy.
Bruno Mars and jamming don't belong in the same sentence, you see.
Yeah, usually that's not happening.
No, I said let me set you straight, and they were like, "Oh, come on, white man, you loosen up a little bit, have some fun, have an open mind." And I went, "I'll show you an open mind." So my response to that was, I sent them a YouTube playlist of nothing but '80s rap. I'm talking Curtis Blow, yeah, Eric B. and Rakim.
Nice.
What do you call it?
Sugar Hill Gang?
Run DMC. Run DMC.
Sure.
I'm KRS-One. That's what I was thinking of. KRS-One. And the Boogie Down. Yeah, hot damn. It's the shit I grew up with before I got all metalized among the white folks.
Have you had the chance to watch the evolution of hip hop?
I have not.
Oh, you would enjoy that, buddy. I mean, it pretty much. I'll tell you right now that they start from the roots, and they do a great job of telling you how. It's about, I think it's like 5 or 6 episodes, but it ends with Dr. Dre's Chronic. So I'm just be aware that's the end of the end of the show is when they make their all the way up to Dr. Dre's Chronic and talk about gangster rap, and that's the end. Of course, you got to have NWA Fuck the Police on there. So.
I was going to say that makes sense because Chronic really was the end of rap music as we know it.
I own the tape, sir.
Oh my God! You bust out the cassette. You got the pencil to go with it in case it goes off the spool.
Yes, sir.
Kids listen to this podcast going, "What the fuck? Pencil, cassette? What are they talking about here? Are they ever going to play music?" Yes.
Yeah, at some point we will.
Well, all right. So basically, this long babbling introduction goes to this. I all of a sudden on Spotify, this band called Freedom Call came on, and they've been active since 1998. They are a German power metal band. And we all know the Germans are happy people.
They are not exactly what I usually synonymize Germany with, but hey, we'll go that route.
Sure.
For the purposes of this song.
Associated acts, according to the wiki, are Halloween, Gamma Ray, Iron Savior, Lanzer, Primal Fear, Onyx, not Onyx, and Biohazard, but,
Slam, da-da-da.
Da-da-da, da-da-da, let the boys be boys, slam! I could do that whole song. Anyway, Jenner, another one. So this German power metal band comes on, and I'm hearing this, and I'm like, I'm doing work, and it's sort of just background noise. And I started listening to the lyrics of it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the most positive, most, wonderful thing I've ever, it actually, made me happy to listen to it. I immediately put it on Facebook under the heading, "This is a public service announcement. Metal is for everyone." I tagged my coworkers, every single one of them. I'm like, listen, you bitches, you need to listen to this and get your happiness on. This Bruno Mars shit out of here. So, with that said, I'll go ahead and play the track, and we'll talk about it for just a little bit. This is Freedom Call from their 2016 album Master of Light, as opposed to Master of Puppets. This is, and it's very true. It is a theme. It is a saying for the nation. Metal is for everyone.
Metal is for everyone. Stronger than the law. Our band of steel eternally. A unit of the strong. Metal is for everyone. The sound is made from steel. Song for pride and victory. The law of right and wrong.
Is it just me, or when you hear a song like that, you just want to ride a horse around your living room?
Man, I have a soft spot for power metal, and when you shared this, it takes a lot for somebody to share something and the other person to decide to listen to it. Okay, no matter what, how many times you share something on Facebook, your hopes of somebody grabbing that song and listening to it, the chances are pretty slim usually. So, I do that because, number one, I know we all have usually the same, at least similar music taste. So I gave this one a shot. And I hope anybody else out there who has the opportunity to listen to this song and this album does so, because it is extremely positive. Like I said, I love power metal. So if you're a power metal fan, this album has it in spades. And I listened to the album like 2 or 3 times that day. I've added it to my new metal artist playlist so I can check it out later on throughout the year. But man, it's golly gee, it really puts a smile on your face and fun to be a metal fan, you know.
It's so good, and really the whole album, like Metal is for Everyone. Admittedly, that was more of a gag for me to just sort of, be funny with my coworkers. Be like, hey, look, I get bored at work, but like I listened to the rest of the. I listened to the rest of the album myself, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like Rock the Nation and a couple of other stuff. I'm
that's
like,
a good one.
My God, this is like the happiest, most positive thing I've listened to in months. That that didn't feature guys dressed up as dinosaurs. So, like you gotta break the negativity sometimes. You gotta break up the monotony. It's like it's so much of. Listen, don't get me wrong. I prior to this, I was bumping what's the fucking band that I was like, this is my new walkout music. Shit.
Hold on.
It wasn't Fit for an Autopsy, so they just dropped a new album. It's pretty good. God, it was the Latino one.
Oh damn it! I know what you're talking about. I'll go back. You continue to talk. I'll find it, and because I know it's in our message history here. But go ahead.
I think I added it to my workout mix. Hang on. Upon a Burning Body. Yeah.
Oh, there you
Bad
go. Yes.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. Upon a Burning Body. I mean, it's fucking dope. It's just awesome. I love it. It's definitely me. As far as like music, I like that like alpha, douchey, fucking. Just aggressive music, but sometimes you need a break from that, and it's fun to find a break from that sort of thing within the genre itself. So yay for Freedom Call for really stepping outside of the box that metal sometimes puts it in. All right, listen, I have dominated a lot of this podcast so far. This has been more of a Mark mess around with Jesse in the corner, so I'm gonna back the fuck off and let you talk about the next couple of songs.
Oh, he's going to tag out here. Well, okay, pretty much what I did here.
Hot tag, baby.
Pretty much what we did here. Now, I can't remember what's up next. Do you see what's number 2? What's it called?
Surprise.
All right, then. Okay, so this was just something that me and you have actually already heard. Okay? But I feel that we need to prime our listeners for what's about to happen here pretty soon. I think it's in May. So this next track got dropped here, I think, about a week or so ago. And Mark, as soon as you hear the first couple words that come off of this track, you're going to know exactly what it is. But let's go ahead. We'll play it, and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
All right, here we go. This is a surprise.
Police are hunting for 2 suspects in a violent home invasion. They are worried that these men may strike again.
I've got no plans for getting loot legal. All black gear on, 12-inch suppressor, 44 Desert Eagle, laying in your parking lot, creeping in your lobby. No problem pushing holes through your fucking body. You can't escape me. If I want what you got, you can't evade me. No chance to call a cop. I'm doing my job. This is just what I do. You making money? I come and visit you. I gotta get paid. I gotta get paid. I gotta get paid. The ski mask way. I gotta get paid. I gotta get paid. I gotta get paid. The ski mask way. I'm in your rear view.
It's good to know that Ice-T, who is a millionaire multi times over, still needs to get paid by robbing people. Keep it real, Ice.
Oh, I'm so fucking hyped for that album. I cannot wait to talk about it on here.
That show is going to be a pants-off dance-off. That
Hell
is just
yes.
going to be me. That is going to be me and Jesse just fucking fluid everywhere into microphones and in your home.
Oh, be ready, folks. Be ready.
Poor Cooper is not going to be able to stand us.
No.
It's going to be like the '60s, and we're teenage girls, and Ice-T is the Beatles. Okay?
Oh, I
that
mean,
level.
And you shared today the making of documentary, at least part one of it. So I can't. Now I'm all excited because I want to set up a playlist so I can stay on top of whenever those drop. That'll be fun. That'll be fun to listen to see what he has. What goes into the production of a Body Count album, and just see, maybe we get an idea of some of the newer tracks that are going to be showing up on the album too. So,
that's actually coming up in 2 weeks. That's coming up in 2 weeks. It drops. It drops Friday.
It's April? Oh, it does.
Yeah. It drops a week from this Friday, along with the new Mastodon, and
nice.
we can't do two albums at once. So we're going to be doing Body Count is in the house. Body Count.
Body Count. Body Count.
Body Count's in the house. Where you at? I'm going to hit you again.
Body Count.
Body Count's
Body
in the
Count.
We're fucking off. It's terrible. We couldn't be more white right now.
I'm
going to try it one more time. Try it one more time. Ready?
Go for it.
Body Count's in the house.
Body Count.
Body Count's in the house.
Body Count.
I love it. I could do that for an hour.
These motherfuckers on me listening to this show. Like, I just listened to two white guys sing Body Count, and they didn't get it right the first time, so they had to try again.
Just keep running that play till we get it right. But yes, that show, the album drops March 31st, WrestleMania weekend. So watch WrestleMania and get paid the fucking ski mask way, because no lives matter. And then we will talk about it on April 5th, and then April 12th is the Mastodon show. So that's what's coming up in the near future. Yes, I am fucking hyped for Body Count.
Yeah, I will not shoot the bitch. I will shoot you.
But I will not shoot the bitch. That's so good.
Thanks, Ice-T. I appreciate it, man. I will not shoot the bitch.
We love you, Ice. So good. All right. So this next one, it says start your special. What the fuck's that all about?
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to see. I'm going to try my best to pronounce this guy's name.
No.
Have you ever heard? Is
it ham sandwich?
It probably will end up being ham sandwich before the night's over with. Okay. Have you ever heard of Termion Katilat?
Yes, I have.
Have you seriously? Are you lying?
No, I've heard of Termion.
Okay.
Coleslaw, yes.
All right. Then have you? Okay. Then I guess hit this song and tell me if you've heard this song.
All right, hang on. I'm actually trying to look him up now, and I'm probably not spelling this right. But the name does sound familiar.
I'm not. I know I'm not saying it right. Here,
here we go.
Once you play it, I will share it.
All right, here we go. right. That was a long, strange trip. What's going on here?
Well, this happens to be one of the ones that I kind of stumbled upon in the exact same fashion that you did, where I was listening to an album and then all of a sudden this shit hit. I was like, wait a second. So this is Turn Me On Catilat Dance Panic, Paniqueue, and there is some it clearly sounds like a dance song at the beginning. So I'm immediately reminded of KMFDM, which we've covered on here before. But then all of a sudden the metal hits, and it does get metally. So I'm going to be listening to the rest of the album. Like I said on the KMFDM show, I'm a fan of like EDM and that type of maybe industrial music as well, trance or whatever. So when you get a mixing of the two, which this is some heavy shit. This song's actually very, very heavy. I'm going to tag you in it, but what'd you think of it, man?
I liked it. I wasn't quite sure where we were headed in the beginning, but when it finally got going, I was like, oh, this kind of reminds me of Rammstein, but that's not German, I'm hearing. And no, I have actually never heard of these people before. I'm now on the Wikipedia page, and they are a Finnish industrial metal band founded in 2003. They are currently active, and it looks like they just dropped an album or are in the process of dropping an album called Dance Panique.
Yes, that's what that is.
Spelled as you said before.
Yep.
And like I said, they've been around. They were around from 2003 to 2012. I guess they took a break, and they got back together in 2013. They're currently, I think, on Spine Farm.
Sure. I've been there a couple times.
On their label there. And, I don't really have a whole lot to add to this. I mean, it sounds good. This is something I'll probably check out now, too. Just looking at some of their pictures and everything, it's dudes in face paint. They look like an industrial band. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's pretty typical stuff. But the sound really took me. I remember when I first heard it, I was like, this has to be one that I'm going to share with Mark at some point. So glad I had the opportunity to do so tonight.
It looks like their album dropped on March 3rd. This page is in Finnish. Let's translate it.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so apparently their name translates to Silverchair Midwives, according to Google.
Okay. Silverchair Midwives.
Dance Panique is Silverchair Midwives' 7th studio album, which was published on March 17, 2017 on the record label Category A. It was originally due in February, but they moved it. And this is the first track off that album. So, very cool. I will definitely check that out. Good job there, Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Still waiting for Yale Cooper to join us. We've got a little more bit of the mess around here, and then we're going to jump into Obituary. But Coop wanted us to play a track. Do you have any idea what this is, or should you just go blind, leading the blind here?
This, well, I tell you what. I can tell you it's a cover. So,
all right.
I'll give you the details after we play the song. But let's just see if you can guess what it is. Although I doubt I'd be able to. So I don't know if I know you're the cover master, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get it. But please, I'll tell you what. You guess the band. You get 2 chances here. You can guess the band, and you can guess try to guess the cover. Yeah, buddy. We make it fun here on the Mess Around.
Yeah, we do. All right, the Mess Around of Doom. There we go. Coop's pick, a cover. Blind Leading the Blind, our mystery song. Here we go. idea.
No idea. On both accounts?
No clue what the fuck is going on there. Clearly it's death metal. What beyond that? I nope.
All right. Well, this is a cover of an Obituary song.
Oh.
Yeah, called "I'm in Pain," and the band that is doing the cover is Hatebreed.
Oh wow! I should have gotten that.
Buddy. Yeah, so Coop went deep here, man. He put a cover of the same band that we're actually talking about tonight. But interesting stuff there. And I can tell right off the bat it was a fucking Obituary song because we got the what a rush.
What a
fucking
nice.
Hawk of the Legion of Doom shows up. We're going to hear that a lot tonight, by the way. Get ready, folks. When we get Obituary, we're going to hear some LOD callbacks.
I may have to change my profile picture on Facebook to just Hawk. Well, what a rush. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of my Facebook posts, especially the one I put up today, which I'm not going to get into, but was concerning some personal issues. I always start off with and I'm just, and it occurred to me even earlier today that like I really should just change my profile picture to Hawk from the fucking Wood Warriors. Well,
it looks like the robots are coming back.
Well, you too could have your own porn, sex robot.
Porn flakes.
Well, yeah. For those of you needing adult cereal, well,
Hawk's got you covered.
Well, here's more statistics about jobs that are never coming back.
Not the conversation I could see having with Hawk of Legion of Doom. But
no,
hey, nope.
He's also dead.
No.
Anywho. We're going to end the mess around here with one last cover, as a matter of fact. Now, as I said at the top of the show, we have rescheduled the cover show twice. And we put it on the weeks where there wasn't anything dropping of any real consequence or nothing at all. So I was like, yeah, we'll do it here. And then something got added, namely Body Count. So I had to move it along. And then Danzig got added. And unless the Danzig date moves, we're pretty much I just took it off the schedule, and, we'll see what happens. I mean, July last year was dedicated to albums that had come out earlier in the year, but we just never got to because nothing in July was good enough to cover. So if that happens again, I'll throw the cover show somewhere in there, whether it's July or another month. But at this time, I'm just not planning on doing a cover show until a date shows itself to be a good one to do. That being said, I did not want 2017 to come and go without playing this on this show. Because if we never get to the cover show, I at least wanted to make sure as many people heard this as possible. And let me say this other thing. This is the Metal Hammer of Doom. You're absolutely right, Jesse Starcher. But that doesn't mean I didn't have a game plan to win your favor as the judge in our cover-off show. See, I had a game plan, and it definitely was playing to your tastes. I've gotten to know you pretty well.
Yep.
Gotten to know you pretty well over the course of doing the show with you, over the years here. And I think I know what you like and what you don't like for the most part. You're a little closer to me than you are Coop at times. So I was going with more of a rap metal flavor to win your favor in the cover-off. And more than that, I accidentally stumbled across this particular video by a Japanese metalcore band from Tokyo, Japan. And I immediately became obsessed with this group. More to the point, I became obsessed with this song. This might just be the greatest cover I've ever heard. This is straight from the Tokyo, Japan, Crystal Lake. This is a cover of Limp Bizkit's Rollin'.
All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, chocolate selfish. Keep on rolling, baby. It's simple, get down. Tell me what you gonna do now. It's simple, get down. Tell me what you gonna do now. What? Come on. This shit right here. Now I know just to be loving this shit right here.
Oh, damn, dude. Have you heard anything else by these guys?
Yeah, I've heard a little bit of their other stuff. I mean, it's fine. It's metalcore. You know, they're a good band and a band worth checking out.
I was going to say, they sound, I mean, straight up American. They do a damn good job of sounding like some homeland rockers here. I mean, damn. Yes, I really enjoyed that cover. That was really good. Crystal Lake. That's impressive. Very impressive. Now, you showed your hand here, man. If we do a cover show, you can't go back. You showed your hand.
No, believe me, I got a lineup of hip hop inspired metal.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Yes.
I intend to take home the prize, and I will be sore if I don't. But yeah, in all seriousness, I fucking dug that. Like, just the energy of that cover.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, if you watch the video, man, they're so fucking into it. You know, like, there's no irony here.
No.
They're just, yeah. You know, those words are meaningful, as nonsensical as they are. So I dug it.
It had to hold some weight.
Yeah, it really does. All right, that is the official end of the Jesse and Mark mess around. We are fit to move on here. Obituary, baby, American death metal band formed in October of '84. I was 8. In Tampa, Florida. Tampa death metal, baby. My current home away from home. They were initially called Xecutioner. Then they eventually became Obituary in 1988. Their current lineup consists of John Tardy, Kenny Andrews, Trevor Peres, and Terry Butler, and Donald Tardy. This is their 10th studio album, and it released last Friday. Let me just go ahead and say right now, this might be the second best album we've heard all year after Creator. So far, nothing's been better than Creator. So
yeah, Creator's up there, dude.
But this is running a close second. We're going to kick things off proper. This is the first track. This is called Brave.
The season night was alone, leave our voice to the dead.
right out of the gate, man. They're kicking ass and taking names. They ain't fucking around. I really dug this. The cleaner vocals, they're not doing the Cookie Monster thing, which I like. I mean, as much as I can tolerate the Cookie Monster thing, my preference is to actually hear intelligible lyrics.
Sure.
But yeah, there's no screwing around. It's not herky-jerky stop-start. They just broke right into it. Excellent way to start the album.
Agreed. It's the shortest song on the album too, but it's heavy as shit. 2 minutes, coming in at 2 minutes and 14 seconds. They set the tone though by showing you, just like you said, they punch you right in the face. Here we go. Let's get this shit started, and they run it off with Brave. And I agree, it's a solid opener.
All right. He's finally here, ladies and gentlemen, the star of our show, the man we've been waiting for, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man who brings all the Mexicans in through Lowe's in North Carolina, Mr. Robert Cooper, the Metal Coop. How do you do, sir?
Nice.
Yeah, I got a sore throat, so it really works. Like, I got, some sort of the flu from a stupid-ass coworker. So, I had to cancel date number 2. And I was sick yesterday.
You go on the date anyway. What's wrong with you?
Well, no. I was running 101-degree fever, and she works with the elderly, so it wouldn't really work.
Mm.
All I hear is excuses.
Yeah, I know, right?
I had to drug myself up and put an ice pack on my head.
Well, see, that was the problem. It was one of those weird sicknesses where I would go between, really, teeth-chatteringly cold to, burning lava hot. Like a hot pocket.
Listen, you're a man. We don't get sick, okay? If there's vagina on the line, put your pants on and go out the goddamn door.
Well, hey, yeah. I rescheduled the date for a third time.
Ooh.
She must really like you.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's sticking with it.
Well, the first time was her fault. Her grandma was really sick, so she had to stay in Charlotte. Which was funny because we were both in Charlotte at the same time. Because I went to go to an Obituary concert.
Woo!
Ooh, dude. Quick. Listen, let's veer away from making fun of you for canceling your dates. And let's get into, how was Obituary?
Well, I'll tell you about the whole effing concert. I had to leave at 11. They would not let me stay, Tanya. I'm sorry. Kathy's going to chop off Darren's balls.
Would you please tell this person we're in the middle of a podcast? Come on, be professional.
No more. Well, yeah, she was. Yeah, because I'm 2 hours over this week. Doors locked.
What's happening? I don't understand.
He
what's
called
happening
as
here.
he's leaving work. That's how dedicated he is. He called as he was leaving work. He ain't even walked out the door yet.
No, I haven't. So, yeah. So, funny thing, I felt really bad for the local band Suppressing Fire, so bad that I bought their $10 CD anyways. Because the ticket said doors open at 7. Doors opened. The concert actually started at 6:30.
Oh, so nobody was there?
50 people were there.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I felt so bad because that guy was really cool. Really cute girlfriend, too. Yeah.
All right, real quick.
They always got hot chicks for girlfriends.
Dude, right? I was like, oh, she's really cute. I'm like, oh, that's probably the guy's girlfriend. Damn it.
Hey, real quick, Jesse. Yes, Crystal Lake is on Spotify, and yes, True North is on Spotify.
All right, then.
So that's
what about Cold Lake? Cold Lake.
Crystal Lake
is an awful album. I'm talking about Cold Lake, the Celtic Frost album.
Celtic Frost.
No. We're talking about a metalcore band from Tokyo, Japan. You missed it. You missed our mess around. All right, so tell me about the rest of the show.
Yeah, so, the next band was a band called Horrendous.
And were they?
And they were like, no, they're actually like a really good technical death metal. But it was really funny because they just went out there and like, we are horrendous. And I'm like, I wouldn't announce that. Bye, Dan.
When band names work against you.
Yeah, it was really fucking. It was really funny. But then my buddy was like,
we are horrendous. You certainly are.
Well, because I went with my buddy Nick, who I need to get on this podcast
Get that
someday.
motherfucker on his podcast someday.
There we go. Everyone take a drink.
Take a drink. Yeah, but I went with him, and because we both showed up and we both immediately bought midnight shirts and CDs. Because then I wore my midnight shirt to work, upside down crosses and all.
Oh, nice.
I don't give a fuck. What are they gonna do? Fire me? I mean, it's covertly hidden up.
I'm waiting to go to the Testament show to bust out the shirt I got for Christmas from my wife that says, "At least I listen to the bands on my T-shirt."
Oh, I love that. You know what was really funny? The guy in the Trump Pence shirt. Like this big, bald, butt dude in a Trump Pence shirt. I'm like, that is not black enough, sir. At least wear a black Trump Pence shirt.
Wow.
Because the thing that was really dumb was we were there actually before. We were there at 6, but we were going to get something to eat. So we're like, we'll be good. And then it took fucking forever. Good food, shitty service. And weird-ass music at that Mexican place, too. It wasn't Mexican music. Who'd have thunk it? But so then we get our stuff, and then the thing that was funny was Regina Spektor was playing next door. And there's a big-ass line that overlaps the entrance to the place we're going to. So we're standing in the fucking Regina Spektor line. And then somebody finally points us out. And like, hey, man, y'all should come through here. I'm like, okay. I was like, we're just standing here like a bunch of assholes. I'm like, not these assholes. These assholes are cool. And they just go, shut the fuck up, Coop. I'm like, you shut up, Coop. Like, you're gonna get your ass kicked. I'm like, well, no, I got you. He's like,
all right.
Yeah. I mean, everybody in there fucking with their girlfriends and their paisley shirts or whatever the fuck. But yeah, so anywho, horrendous, really good. And then fucking Midnight came on. That made my life. They opened with Satanic Royalty. It made my day. Like, at that point, I was like, you know what? If this place burnt down after Midnight went on, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You can die right now. I'm all right.
And the funny thing is I hope they have a deal for the strings that they have, because they broke all the strings off their guitars at the end.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, like their little gimmick is that they're like pretty much their guitarist and bassist are shirtless with like black stockings or something on their heads, and they just like fucking play. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, they have that song "Less Filth and Sleaze," which is about fucking chicks.
Nice.
Yeah,
right,
it's
man.
wonderful. It's wonderful. So then Obituary came on, and fucking Obituary. You know what? The one thing they were pretty much just one of those bands that went on and just kind of played, which was cool. But in terms of showmanship, I couldn't understand what John Tardy said anyway, so I guess it was fine. I mean, they played a killer fucking set. They pretty much played like the best of a lot of their songs. They ended with "Slowly We Rot." I was fucking over the moon. I almost got into the mosh pit, but I didn't. But I almost did.
Oh boy!
All I could think of the entire time was, man, Mark's gonna call me a pussy.
Pussy.
Which I didn't. I mean, I didn't really care because.
No, I was making your dreams come true. I called you a pussy. Why didn't you get in the mosh pit? What's wrong with you?
Because I'm not really there to get my ass kicked.
Oh boy.
There was this one dude that was like 6'4" and 300 pounds that came out. I think he blew his knee out.
Let me explain something to you. Let me learn you how the tricks. Make friends with the giant fat guys. Okay, the big fat. Well, or just the big guys in there. The biggest guys in the pit. Make them your friend. Whatever it is that's going on with that.
I would be the biggest guy in the pit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Then what's the problem?
I mean, I don't really care to mosh. Like when they did a circle pit, when Creator came on, because Creator were the best fucking show, bar none. Creator fucking killed it. So I was really hoping you'd go to that show, Mark. I'm sure they're coming to Florida.
I may have already missed them, and without getting into my personal business, I probably shouldn't be planning to go to many places where there's a free amount of germs after April 12th for a while, if I can help it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you and European death metal bands kind of getting cozy, so.
But just out of shit and giggles, I'm going to see if while you're wrapping up this concert talk here, and we can move on with the Obituary review, I am going to see if creators have already been to Tampa and gone, or if I still have a chance to see them.
Well,
I'm not going to
their
be
tour
able to
started.
I'm not going to be able to see Clutch and Primus because my life sucks.
Yeah. The tour started on Friday. Like, Charlotte was the first gig.
Let's see here.
But, fucking Creator were awesome. Every time they said do a circle pit, I just run in a circle real quick.
I did it.
I thought
circle pit.
Nick just looked at me. He's like, "God damn it, Coop."
He runs around, comes back. He's like, "Where were you guys?" I was out there.
I just did a full do a circle pit. He's like, do a circle pit, and fucking Coop takes a lap.
Oh, dude, I felt so bad for the security too, because the security had caught all the stage divers from jumping to the front, jumping over onto the stage. Like, you'd see the feet, like the people coming into the air. Like, even sometimes you wouldn't even notice them until you see the heads pop up, and then those guys grab them and pull them down.
All right.
Nick and I were talking about the door.
Here's the news. I've already missed this show. It was the 19th.
Oh. Damn it, Mark. Such a good.
Damn it, me.
Dude,
you damn it, me
Mark.
when you're in the mosh pit. Listen, get this. Listen, on Sunday, I was doing a day out with Thomas the Tank Engine with my children, and my 3-year-old son's favorite part of that day was peeing in the grass. Thank you very much. I ain't got no time to go see the death metal.
Oh, well, okay. You'll get to see them again. They come through like every year, especially because like Obituary's from Florida.
Yeah, they are, baby. Tampa death metal in the house.
Fuck yeah. But, dude, Creator were awesome. Like, stage presence. Louis Petroza fucking had that shit. Like, he would interact with the crowd. He interacted with the crowd all the time. They played about 3 new songs, as well as, like, all the classics. They had a 4-song encore. It was fucking awesome. And actually, we got out right as they played, and we parked, like, not like an eighth of a mile from the venue. So we got to the car and got fucking out as everybody started mobbing out.
Did they play Satan is Real?
Well, they had to have. I was going to say they had to have.
Dude, they played Satan is Real. They played 2 other songs. I can't remember them off the top of my head. But
they played World War Now?
Nick and his girlfriend, yes, they played World War Now.
And the other one's got to be Gods of Violence.
Yes. And Gods of Violence, there you go. They played Pleasure to Kill, Flag of Hate. Phobia is one of my favorite songs that they played live. Violent Revolution was fucking off the chain. Oh, it was so good. And then, like, Obituary, they played Don't Care. What else did they play? Fucking Slowly We Rot. Cause of Death. They played pretty chopped in half. It was a good fucking show. Creators stole it. Like, Nick's like, I gotta buy all their CDs now. Even though me and his girlfriend were constantly singing Santa is Real.
Oh, that belongs on Chris's album.
Santa is Real. Like, yeah, that was a fucking amazing song live. As for the first song off this Obituary album, Brave, it is like my second favorite death metal song, with the title of Brave behind Catatonia's Brave off of their album Brave Murder Day.
All right.
So there you go.
Well,
but it was a really good opener. It was balls to the wall. I was listening to this album again at work while I was eating when my big black coworker who I've like talked to once was like, "Is that WCW? Yeah. Is that Obituary? Yeah. I'm more of a like a Metallica guy, but Obituary is okay." I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
I just talked metal with him for like 20 minutes while he waited for the bus to pick him up.
Very good transition.
Metal is for everyone.
All right. Metal is for everyone. All right. Let us move this on in cheese. This is track number 2. This is Sentence Day.
Counting the days, blurred, dark, knife right in my side, killed, burned, to destiny rise, fear, stone, beginning, yeah.
And it keeps on rolling, baby. It's a great song.
Dude, I fucking dig this song. Like, there's something that I think this album also does really well is like, it's fucking Obituary. There's not a whole lot of like, wow. I really like the slow song they had here. Like, there's not a whole lot of. It's kind of like a lot of your Florida death metal. They do have a unique sound. They do. John Tardy's vocals are one of a kind in the genre, I find. He sounds just like that live too. Like, he sounds pretty much like the album. Even though Nick told me, it's kind of like when he was backstage meeting Death last year, or the year before last. He's like, yeah, the guy in Obituary was kind of a dick. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he don't want to talk to anybody. I'm like, no, maybe he's not social.
Yeah.
Well, no,
maybe he just got done.
like,
maybe he just got done playing and he doesn't owe anyone anything.
Well, no, it was before the show, which was
right.
which he told me when he met the guys in the DTA Death to All. He's like, hey, Steve DiGiorgio, the bassist, was like, hey, he's like, would you like a picture? He's like, hey, Nick's like, all right, sure. He's like, how would you want it to us? He goes, I really want us to kind of like huddle up, like a church photo. And DiGiorgio just went, what the fuck? Yeah, I told him he should have said they should huddle up like a boy band. Which is funny. Like, this is the second concert in a row I've been to. Nick's went in the fucking Panthers hoodie. Like, I'm like, where's your metal shirt? He goes, I'm swearing a wife beater under this. I'm like, where's your metal pride? God damn it! He's like, I just came from work.
Support
like,
something.
To work and, well, I mean, he's supporting the Panthers, even though he doesn't care about them. He's like, yeah, the Panthers kind of suck. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, geez. I mean, you can be like me. I fucking wear. I'm like, I always wear like one of my more obscure. Like, I wore my Woods of Ypres shirt, and I got like 3 people who be like, "Cool shirt, brother." Like,
nice.
Either that or my Megadeth shirt with a Mary Jane cover from their EP in '88. So far, so good, so what? I just wear that because I want to see if anybody else gets it. I mean, that's the cool thing about metal shows. Like, I saw guys with fucking Demolish, which is like a '90s band where the vocalist sounds like he's slurping water through a straw.
Oh, jeez.
Like he does. Like musically, it's so impressive. Those vocals really do sound like a guy sipping shit through a straw. Like, like when you get to the bottom of the cup. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesse, what was your thoughts on this song here?
It's a good one. Again, it keeps the pace up. It's not my favorite off the album. I don't know why. For some reason, this is one of the tracks that are in the lower half, I guess I would say, of the album. But again, It certainly isn't a sleeper. I mean, this fucking thing will keep you awake. So.
It's like
yes,
methamphetamine.
indeed. All right, moving on in life. This is track 3. This is A Lesson in Vengeance. All right, Coop, I know you're very excited about this album, so give it to me, baby.
I'll take things women never say to me for $500, Alex.
Oh, Coopy Coop.
Oh, God, that's awful. God damn it, Tiger, you're not coming to my goddamn room. Hold on. Walking in my goddamn room. All right.
Once again,
the cats have made an appearance.
Did I ever tell you that time where I said that to my store manager? And she's like, Robert, I need you. And I said, I'll take things women never say to me for $500, Alex. And she fucking,
goodness gracious.
She fucking died. She was like,
not good.
Funny. And then she told that to my manager, who told it to his family, and his family thought it was the funniest fucking thing they'd ever heard.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. That was like going to be like my crowning achievement in life, is that one joke pretty much pointing out the fact that women never like me.
You
Couldn't the one I went out with. Well, I mean, hey, the one I'm going on date number 2 with, pretty hot and has a master's. So hey,
ooh,
that's right.
Why are
upscale.
you? What are you? Wait, stop for a second. Why are you on this podcast right now? Why are you out with this girl? Get her before she runs off.
Because she's asleep.
That's not an
Wait. You got a dick. Wake her up.
Yeah.
That is how you end up in
what
jail.
It's there
sir.
for.
That is how.
No.
This is how I end up. This is how I end up.
It's only.
No.
It's only sexual assault if there's penetration.
Right.
Just rest it on her cheek. Wake her up gently.
Yeah, and it's. I'll just wake up. I'll be waking up in a cell, and then Mark Radwitz, licensed clinical social worker, will be there to talk to me.
Oh, damn!
And not in fucking North Carolina. I won't. You're on your own, bud. I'm just.
No, no.
Look, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Don't let this one get away. That's all I'm saying.
I'm really trying not. The last guy dumped her because she didn't watch enough television or watch enough sports for him, and he wanted to share those things with her. God damn it!
Wow.
And then the guy before him did steroids, and I saw pictures. I'm like, yeah, that guy looks like he's doing the juice. And I ain't talking OJ.
Oh boy.
Oh, dude, I was, like, it's really funny. Like, on that first date, she was people watching, which threw me off because I was talking, and she just stopped looking at me and started looking at people. Which
That's
I was like,
not good.
What?
That's not good, though. Like,
well, I was like, what the fuck? She goes, no, I'm listening to you. She goes, sorry, I just am really interested in watching people. I was like, okay.
I feel like I'm picking on him. Jesse, you need to step in here.
I don't want to say anything.
Well, it's funny because I told her I don't people watch because I'm not that perceptive, but I'm an eavesdropper, so I listen into other people's conversations. But she told me she people watched me, so that's nice.
I don't really know what to say about all that. I mean, she people watched you. I don't know if I'm.
She pretty much,
what the fuck does that mean? Like fucking.
As in, while I was pretty much talking.
You walked
and
by and you had no idea she was watching you, so she people. More like she fucking spied on you or some shit. I don't know. That made me feel uncomfortable.
I was like, this sounds creepy as fuck, and I'm very uncomfortable.
Well, I was like, did you people watch me? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, what'd you know? She goes, well, she's like, when you're thinking, your eyebrows move a lot. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. And she's like, and then I noticed that when you thought there was something you really need to pay attention to, you just drop your hands. You drop your chin into your hands and look at me. I'm like, actually, that's my way of dropping my hands because I talk with my hands. That's my way of giving you my full unbridled attention.
So she's like figuring out your body language and shit?
Yeah, that's what she does for fun.
Take your dick out and then see what she thinks then. There's your body language.
Her master's is in social work.
Where have we gone when Jesse starts picking up cues from me? It's outlandish.
You said you wanted me to step in, so I took over the role of Mark Radlich.
You really did. Stepped right in the dog shit. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much telling me to, go straight porno on him. I'm like, what am I?
I'm not. No.
I am not.
You're misunderstanding,
I'm not Brad Maddox.
Pervert.
I'm not Brad
Don't bring that up. No. Look, I'm not saying you should just jam it in her ass, and say, hello, this is your alarm clock. Fucking pornographic Mickey Mouse in Disney World.
Cock.
Oh, no. No, this podcast, right off the rails.
I'm never sharing this one on social media ever.
I'm not saying any of that. Let it be said right now that I am not suggesting you sexually assault this person, and I never said otherwise. I don't think so.
You're
in any case,
that I whip out my tallywhacker and then get it bit off.
That's not what I said. That's your interpretation, you pervert.
Oh my goodness.
What I'm saying is, I'm not. I feel like if you need to put a little more effort into this building this relationship, and gently waking her up in a nice way might get you there a little faster. I'm not suggesting.
So you're saying find out where she lives.
Oh, I've got to backtrack.
You don't know where she lives.
You don't know where she lives?
No.
Let's play some more Obituary.
Oh, God.
As we write our own here.
What do you mean? This is not Love Line with Coop. I did not start this time. You're the one talking about whipping out the wiener.
I never said anything about whipping out the wiener.
Oh, no, never.
And I think this is a proper track to... I think this track really says it all about this past few minutes of conversation. This is called End It Now. There hasn't been a song here that I haven't dug. This one changes the pace a little bit. It was more of a groove to it. You know, we talked with the Entomb podcast about, you know, groove and roll or whatever the fuck it's called. How
could you forget? Death and roll.
Death and roll. That's death and roll.
And roll.
Yeah, End It Now is more of a death and roll flavor to it that I was really digging. Now, stop this. Sorry. Just whip out your dick and worry about that, dude.
Hey, that is you people. That is you people.
It's the solution to everything.
It's just, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything.
That's how babies are made.
Prove otherwise.
That's how babies are made.
But no, I really dug it. End It Now had that nice death and roll flavor to it. Broke up the pace. Prevents this album from being a little too samey. Coop, what'd you think of End It Now?
Mid-'90s Obituary has a little bit more of that groovy death and roll flair to them. Listen to a song off of World Demise called Don't Care, which is a pretty fucking awesome song to hear live. God, that was such a cool concert. Which I'm hoping in May I get to go see Sabaton again. That'll be cool. Even though it won't be as cool as Nightwish because, you know, all those hot moms and their, like, attractive teenage daughters that I'm like, can't go for either. Shit. that is
why can't you go for their moms?
There.
Wait, why can't you go for their moms?
Because it's like 40 and 15, and when you're like 23, 24, yeah.
You're missing out on an opportunity with the 40-year-old moms, I'm just saying.
See, I've
got you're at a metal concert.
If you're at a metal concert, hang on, let me break it down for you. If you're at a metal concert and there's a 40-year-old mom there, a couple of things you know right off the bat. One, she's down for the clown, all right? She's down to get down. Okay, two, she's fun. She's fun and she likes to go to metal shows. That's a plus.
That's a plus.
You know, and three, don't you understand that at like 40, that's when women, you know, they like to get jiggy with it? Like up until then, women, sex, meh. They get to around 40 and suddenly a whole new world opens up. See, and you could be in that shit, Coop.
Never knew.
Huh?
I said if it's a whole new world, is it a dazzling place I never knew?
That is in fact correct, sir. That is exactly right. I mean, that's just psychology 101, baby. Psychology 101. Women open up like a flower around 40.
Well, I mean,
I could
women.
I could wiki that shit for you if you want.
I mean, that's fine because, like, when you mention women and flowers, I'm like, some of them kind of open their flower 15, but.
Well, that's a whole other story. I'm just saying, they got the experience. Some of them got money. I just feel like you're closing yourself off to an experience that might be beneficial to you.
Yeah, I got like a 45-year-old coworker that's like, hey, you know, I'd date you. And I'm like, thanks. I mean, she's not unattractive. It's just like my mom's 51.
I'm 7 years older than my wife, and her mom is not that much older than me. Her mom, like, I'm going to be 41 this year. Her mom is like, I don't know, like I think her mom was born like the late 60s. I'm born 76, so we're like less than 10 years apart.
That's weird.
Yeah, like we saw, like she's at the ass. She's at like the ass end of Gen X. Like we're both Gen X, but like she's like the very end of it, I think, or at the very beginning of it, rather. You know,
wait a minute. Her mom's as old as my mom. What the fuck?
Like in her early.
No. No.
Melissa was born in 1983, Pally.
Oh, you cradle rubber.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, right. That is, she married you for your money.
Let me tell you something. No one married me for my fucking money, okay? You know, the lack of it.
Well, it's like what I told my manager. That's why he makes the big bucks. He said, yeah, any person that said that in my last job, I wanted to fire him. He's like, because after all the child support I pay, you make more than me. I'm like, ouch.
All right, Jesse, come on. To talk about this song, back me up here. Say something, Pally.
All right, here we've got track 3, A Lesson in Vengeance is my favorite off the album. All right, I love that song. And then now it gets really catchy, especially towards the middle, right as soon as you start playing it, right before you cut it off, where he does the growl and then he starts going, in this now. Good stuff. I really like that song as well. So two definite positives on my balance sheet.
What are we going to do about Cooper and his love life? Because I feel like if we don't do something soon, this whole podcast is going to turn into helping Cooper with his love life.
Listen, we've got to let the man. He's got a girl on the hook. He may not be pursuing it as aggressively as we want him to, but we know that she's still there. She hasn't run away from him, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. She's hot. She's got a master's. Coop, you're doing well in my book, I think. I think you're doing well.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she's like, we've rescheduled 2 dates 3 times now. The first 2 were her fault. So,
okay.
Like, there you go.
What's next on the agenda then? What would you say what's the next thing that's going to happen? What's the next date going to be like?
Oh, we're still planning that. Like if it's gonna rain, let's see if it's gonna rain. Like, I was like, yeah, picnic, but it's gonna rain. So, like, I don't know. Like,
a picnic?
You want to check
a picnic? You homo?
I fucking love picnic. I've always wanted to take a girl on a picnic. Fuck you.
Whatever. Fucking picnic.
Movie.
He's just setting his girl up for disappointment.
It's movie
Yeah,
time.
you know, listen to me. Listen to Grandpa Rattledge, okay? Because I got all the answers. Power Rangers comes out Friday. Take her to go see Power Rangers. And then don't talk about it with her.
That.
Okay, good.
She's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. I'm like, oh yeah, did you watch it as a kid? Yeah, did you watch it as an adult? Yeah, it's not very good. I'm like, would you be surprised if I watched it as an adult? She goes, yeah, from what you've talked about, I'm not surprised.
All right.
Like, it's weird. Let
me link this whole thing back to the album. I think the next thing that should happen is you should tell her to kneel before me. Sadly, I now have this image of Coop standing outside this girl's window in a trench coat with a boombox on, held over his head, but that song's playing out.
Oh, does she like metal, Coop?
No.
Oh.
Boo.
No, she doesn't like metal or anime or sports or.
What kind of music does she like so we can make fun of her?
I've been trying to pin that down.
Haven't got it figured out yet?
Well, she's like, I like some classic rock. I mean, what? Like, yeah.
Wait, can we back this up a second? What does she have her master's degree in?
Social work.
Run. Just fucking run, Coop. I'm sorry we went down this fucking road. I'm sorry I encouraged this. I am sorry. Don't see this woman again.
Oh, no.
Is it that bad, Mark Radledge?
I was a man once. No, I've been in the social work field for a while, and Social workers are terrible. What is she? Now she has her master's degree. What is she still? Is she still in school or does she work?
Yeah, she's working.
She's a social worker, like in a group home for the elderly, or some sort of like palliative care, or what?
It's like a old people / rehab facility or something.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, apparently like one of the rehab people like was trying to get her to go on a date with him, and then she kept telling him no, because she's like, you're a patient, no, and he's like, oh well, I'm not really a patient, I'm gonna be out of here soon, and then bought pizza for everybody, and she's kind of a bigger girl, but it's like in the right places, but
you make the chicken salad, you cut the walnuts, and the grapes,
But so
that's the idea what the fuck we're talking about.
I have no fucking clue.
I have no fucking idea.
Oh,
but so then
you don't
got
listen.
One slide.
You don't listen to the Bruce Pritchard podcast?
No. I listened to the Jim Cornette podcast for like 2 months until he said Kenny Omega and Okada should be fired for hitting a cameraman, and I said, fuck you.
Oh, boy.
Like it's one of those I like Jim Cornette, but I feel like Jim Cornette's like stuck in the 80s.
Jim Cornette is an acquired taste.
It's one of those I like him to a degree, but it's like when he's like, yeah, that match was garbage, and I hope Kenny Omega ends up homeless and dead. I'm like, no, fuck you.
All right, so back to the start of the social worker you're trying to date.
Yeah, so anywho, yeah, she got like one slice of pizza, and he's like, come on, you're a big girl, you can eat more than that. I was like, ooh, what a charmer.
He's a smooth talker.
He's a smooth criminal.
I like him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ow. Yeah. So that was funny. But I mean, yeah, we've been like just talking for just a few weeks. You're pretty cool people. Worst thing that can happen is I end nice dates, and the best thing that can happen is I actually get a girlfriend out of this. That'd be nice.
I'm not gonna say it's the worst thing ever. I've already said run, and I mean it. But I'm not gonna insist. I'm not gonna get on your case about it. I'm just saying. I mean, I wouldn't date a social worker, and I am one. It's just
You wouldn't date you.
I wouldn't date me. No, no, sir. Especially after this podcast. All right.
Well, yeah, I mean, you two and you're sticking in, man.
Come on, bro.
I never said such things. All right, this is track 6.
I was actually going to talk about the track.
Oh,
I'm
sorry. You before me. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. Actually, this song's got a really nice, almost like sleazy beat to it.
Mm-hmm. Another of the death and groove style.
Yeah, I fucking dig it. It's kind of grungy and dirty, and I like it.
It's to be your opening line when you see this chick again. I like it grungy and dirty. Jesse, did you see the video I posted from this band called Contrast? Kontrust?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play the next.
I have to go back and find it.
I'm going to go play the next track, but go on my Facebook wall and check out the video for Contrast while I'm playing a different song that has nothing to do with that.
All right.
It's right before John Brodigan posted "Fuck Cancer" on my wall, and right after I posted the show link for tonight.
It's
wedged in there.
World.
All right, this is track 6. This is It Lives.
Fall to you.
breaking up for some odd reason. But, like I said, there hasn't been a track here that I haven't dug. Again, one of the more slower ones. Definitely had a groove to it. Still, we're not trending towards samey, but, we're definitely in the arena of sound, of similar sound. Still a solid rockin' album. Coop?
Here.
Well said.
Hey, Coop.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we just listened to It Lives. What happens if it becomes plural?
Yeah. I was going to make a label harassment.
Damn it. I wish you would have, because I would have made, at least I wouldn't have had to reach for that one.
I have no idea what's happening right now.
They live.
They live.
Boo. Yeah, get off the stage. Get off the stage. All right, Mark, I'm looking at this contrast stuff here. And I listened. I'm at 30 seconds, and a guy's got, I think, lederhosen on and is slapping his legs. And I think the music has hit. Well, what the hell is going on?
This is my new obsession.
She is backed up by a whole bunch of lederhosen slapping guys.
It's metal.
That is lederhosen, right? Lederhosen is the suspenders and the shorts.
You betcha.
All right.
This is good shit,
glorious.
Man. Dude, Dance by Contrast is the new shit. It's just the greatest thing ever.
I've never heard of this band. Tell me about this band.
All right, Contrast is a crossover band from Austria with lead singer Agata being Polish, which formed in 2001 out of a band called Suicide Mission. The band is famous for wearing lederhosen.
Indeed.
And their lyrics are predominantly in English, though German and Slavic languages have also been incorporated into some songs.
She definitely has the whole. She's got the braided ponytails and her blonde hair, looking like the cute What she Polish?
Yep.
The cute Polish girl. Anyway, interesting. Very interesting.
Their second album, Time to Tango, was released on June 19, 2009 in Austria. The smash song was the first single off the album. Their song Bumba landed them a spot in the Dutch charts and was the number one downloaded rock song of the Dutch iTunes store.
Oh, wow.
Why have we not spent the better part of 2017 just talking about this band?
No shit. Hey, I've noticed that there has been a huge uptick in the amount of female-led bands that I've listened to over the past year. A lot.
Yeah,
we covered quite a few here last year on the Metal Hammer of Doom, as a matter of fact, with Epica and Tarja, and I just listened to Battle Beast for the first time a couple weeks back, and I was like, damn, this is some good stuff. There are some really good bands that are led by female vocalists. I'm very surprised that I'm sure that it's been like this for a while, but for some reason there's been a lot of good stuff that's been put out here lately.
Well, I will be tooling around Tampa tomorrow, home of Obituary, of which we are talking about tonight here on the Metal Hammer of Doom, listening to Contrast, because this is my new favorite thing.
Nice.
Coop, you ever hear of these people?
I have not.
When we're done with this, go listen to Dance by Contrast. It'll change your life. Where did you meet this broad, anyway?
We're back to Coop's chick. We just can't go away.
The sewage-filled watering hole of the dating scene, Tinder.
Nice.
Okay.
Family Guy. Family Guy says Tinder makes you gross. I just want you to be aware of that.
Well, I haven't watched Family Guy in a long time.
Take advice from Peter Griffin.
As we close into the last quarter of this album here, this is track 7. This is Betrayed. Betrayed. Give it to me.
And again, not another one of my favorites off of the album. I think, I don't know if you already mentioned something about samey for this album or not. It's heavy. And I think as we get towards the end of the album, I start to kind of like, oh, here we go with it feels like the vocalization feels the same. And this song didn't stand out in my opinion. I don't know much about the lyrics. I mean, Coop, I don't know if you had a chance to, again, delve into the lyrics of any of these songs on this album, but I defer to you, Coop. Not my favorite song. What do you have to say about it?
No, it was fine. The entire time I'm thinking about this song, all I can think is, screw you, band me.
Arnold.
Shocking video leaks of Cash Me Outside girl's mother beating her up.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Well, how about that?
How about that? Cash Me Outside. All right. If we've got nothing else on Betrayed, I'm going to move on here. This is track 8. This is Turned to Stone. Jesse, is there something you'd like to share with the group?
Oh, what a rush.
Now you want to explain that to Coop?
Coop, you know that, right, buddy? You get the reference there? All right, okay.
I mean, yeah, I can smell the mohawk from here.
We were mentioning, I don't know if you were on a podcast at that point in time, but we were mentioning earlier about how every time is it Tardy? Is that his name? His last name's Tardy? Every time he does I'm just waiting for Hawk to jump in. What a rush.
What a rush.
Seriously, when I was making my notes earlier today, I mentioned Hawk in my notes for this specific song because that is exactly by song 8. He has, of course, you know, these guys have been around, you guys said, since the 80s. He's got that fucking shit patented. I mean, damn.
What a branding opportunity. Obituary and the Road Warriors. That was missed.
Oh, sad stuff.
Well, we didn't know that Obituary existed.
Coop.
No, the song itself, I dug the song. It kind of reminds me of some of their. Actually, kind of reminded me of stuff like the song I mentioned, "Don't Care." It has a very similar vibe to that. I dug it. It's good shit.
Yep. Like I said, I didn't get particularly bored with the album. I mean, yes, a couple of the songs I wouldn't say that they stand out in a crowd or anything, but I wouldn't necessarily call them bad either. Like I said, this is the most solid album we've listened to since Creator. Where if the worst thing I can say is it just doesn't stand out, that's certainly better than some of the other shit we've listened to. So, definitely not a disappointment here. Let's go to track 9. This is Straight to Hell.
I'm going straight to hell.
They really stuck with that death and groove style, man. It's pretty good.
I agree. I like this particular song. This one, though, if I remember right, at least according to my notes, it abruptly ends in the middle of it, or at least it feels like it does. Because I remember when I listened to the album, like first one or two times, I thought there was a little bit more songs on here than what I thought, and it turns out I think it was because of this one, where it all of a sudden it stops, and then we get into this what feels like a completely different song about him talking about hang your head and put another bullet in, and it just kind of does that over and over and over until all of a sudden at the last 30 seconds we just pick up where we left off on the previous part where it earlier finished. So it's a strange, I don't know, it's just a strange way to do a song, but.
Now I feel like we need to hear Freedom's. Now I feel like we need to hear Freedom Call again.
Everything is metal, or everyone is metal. Metal is for everyone.
Metal is for
Thank
everyone.
you. Jeez.
Coop, did you listen to that earlier? Did you listen to Metal is for Everyone?
No.
All right. For Coop's benefit, and because I can't let shit go, here is, once again, reprise, baby, reprise. Freedom Call, Metal is for Everyone, for Coop's benefit.
Metal is for everyone, stronger than the law. Our band of steel eternally, a unit of the strong. Metal is for everyone, the sound is made from steel. Love for pride and victory, the love of right and wrong.
Not the most delicious thing you've ever heard, Coop?
Freedom Call are so fucking cheesy, Jesus.
Oh my God! Get the fuck out of here!
And
you
one fell
negative
swoop.
Nancy, you.
Oh my goodness!
What are you talking about?
I mean, I enjoyed it. That is, that's some delicious cheese.
Oh. Have you heard these guys before, Coop?
Yeah, they had an album in 2012, but there were some good tracks off of it, but I was like, nah.
Some of the most positive power metal I've heard in a while as well. I mean, my goodness.
We were singing these people's praises. All right, let's go to something that's more Coop's bag. It's about
Mr. Buzzkill.
Sadness. Actually, this is my favorite track off here. I just added it to my 2017 playlist of Metal Hammer of Doom shit we covered. So here it goes. This is my favorite track on the whole album, making me a giant hypocrite. This is 10,000 Ways to Die. I thought that was a very strong song. I liked it, like the Death and Groove style to it. I liked the lyrics, just the whole thing, the whole package. But it was a great way to end the album. Like I said, I added it to my 2017 playlist. One track from every new album we've covered in 2017. Overall, I'm going to give this album a solid A. Nothing wrong with it. I thought there was enough differentiation in the music, keep it interesting, but it didn't go all over the fucking map, to the point where it was almost unintelligible who was making the music. It kept up the beat. It had an appropriate amount of aggressiveness. I really can't say anything bad about it. It's my second favorite album this year so far. That didn't fall into the silly category. Coop?
Okay.
Cooper?
I got top billing. Because I thought it was funny. Jesse was about to talk, and you're like, Cooper, and he was like, oh, damn it.
Because, Coop, I want you to rank. Let me go, because I want you. You're the more schooled here, so what I have to say is not really going to matter much, because I honestly, I'm going to give the album a thumbs up, but I wasn't extremely impressed, most likely because of the vocalization. But, however, there was some solid tracks on this album. 10,000 Ways to Die, Mark, I had listed as my top 3 off this album as well. I loved when they slowed it down and did A Lesson in Vengeance. I like that one. It felt good. It's I say slow, but it's slower than the rest of the tracks off this album. But I'll give it a thumbs up and tell anybody out there, if you're into death metal, absolutely give this one a shot. Now, Coop, please send us home.
I like that this song has 901 more ways to die than Megadeth's 99 Ways to Die. And I would say that it is a vast improvement over that really just douche-tabular Spike TV show. God, Spike TV has some awful programming. Like, that's awful. And I mean, like, yeah, sure, Bar Rescue is really entertaining if you're, like, I don't know, like really tired of whacking off on a Sunday, but that's all it's good for. But anywho, because, who needs Jesus on a Sunday, right? Like,
right.
I was done.
You got to spank it. You got to spank it.
I mean, I was done with that guy when he stabbed John Cena in the nightclub, so.
Oh.
I've been referencing that like all last week, and people were like, huh? Like one guy was like, wait a minute, you watch wrestling? Yeah. He's like, what's that guy? Jesus? I think it's Jesus. Close enough.
Carlito's bodyguard, wasn't it?
I'm just now realizing that the tickets I got for SmackDown, there's 4 of them here, which means I'm bringing my kids. Yeesh.
Ooh.
You know what?
Please,
those
let
kids
us know how they go.
You better raise those kids to be AJ Styles fans.
Oh, of course. First of all, my daughter now thinks it's appropriate to sing John Cena Sucks whenever John Cena comes up because she hears me do it. A grown-ass man. I'm in my house going, John Cena Sucks, John Cena Sucks. And so she'll start joining in. And she has no opinion on the guy one way or the other. She probably likes him. Who knows? But her dear old dad, 41-year-old man, John Cena Sucks. And she's just like, yeah, John Cena. She's so happy to sing it. And then there's my son doubting. There's my son, the doubting Thomas, going, why did you say John Cena sucks? And not that he has an opinion on the matter. He's just curious as to where I got my opinion from.
Let me share with you real quick a John Cena story of my own with my son, who is one of the biggest. He is a huge John Cena fan. Okay, so what we have been doing here recently is we've been going through the Royal Rumbles because he loves Royal Rumbles for some reason.
They're awesome.
We've been going through the Royal Rumbles starting from 2003, I think. It was whenever Taker was eliminated by Maven, and everybody about shit their pants. But anyway, so we've been making our way up. So last night was, I think, 2005. So maybe we start with 2002 because I know we watched 3. But either way, we watched 2005's Royal Rumble. And this is the one where Batista and Cena both go over the top rope, and they land on the they land on the ground, and there's a big controversy. This is where Vince McMahon runs out and rips both his quads and sits in the fucking ring. Okay.
Yeah, he fucking hit the ring and just destroyed it. Like, hey, real quick, why haven't you started with the Austin Rumbles? Like, why not do the 98, 99 Rumbles?
I was just heading. I random picked. I didn't go all the way back because I wanted him to have some familiarity with some of the characters. And granted, 2002 was. There were still some people. He was like, "Who the fuck is this?" I was like, "Oh, that's Rikishi. Watch him rub his ass in his face. This is gonna be hilarious, dude." And so we would sit there.
No, sir. You need to let him see the 1997 Royal fucking Rumble, the 98 Rumble, and the 99 Rumble. Those are important Royal Rumbles. Those were some of the best Royal Rumbles for a lot of different reasons. He needs to see them.
All right.
So
anyway.
Follow it up with 1995 and then like 2012.
Well,
like the two dirt worst fucking Rumbles.
Well, hang on. The 97 Rumble is what leads to the Final Four pay-per-view, which was hilarious, by the way. Okay, then you have the 98 Rumble that launched Austin into the WrestleMania 14, and then the 99 Rumble is hilarious because that's the one where Vince McMahon won. And half of it is, and basically the Royal Rumble plays second fiddle to what ends up being Vince McMahon and Austin fighting all over fucking San Diego. It's great.
Oh, jeez. Well, okay. So Batista, Cena hit the floor at the same time. They go back into the ring. The chairman comes out, sits in the middle of the ring after blowing his quads, and he says the match is going to restart. All right. So they go back and forth. And then finally, Batista hits a spine buster and chucks John Cena's ass over the ropes. Caleb gets so fucking upset. I mean, he's so mad. He goes over to the stove and hits the stove like really, really loud. All right. He's pissed. So I'm like, okay, dude, you need to calm down. He's a really big fan. All right. So he sits back down. And what I noticed was after about 2 or 3 minutes of walking around, I started smelling something. The fucking kid hit the dial and turned the fucking gas on the stove because he didn't understand what he was doing. I said, son, you need to understand. You need to be smart about stupid stuff. You don't go around hitting things and then turn on the gas and potentially cause explosions. So we almost died last night because John Cena lost the Royal Rumble.
Oh no! In a match from years ago.
Yeah, from 12 years ago. Anyway. So yeah, my son, what's bad about it is I've teased him I've teased him last night. I've teased him this morning as soon as he got up before he went to school. I was like, hey, you remember last night when John Cena lost the Royal Rumble? He's like, he gets a little upset. But anyway, what are sons for other than to give him a hard time?
I have taught my son, my 3-year-old son, the phrase tap or snap because he'll jump on me. He'll jump on me. And I'll immediately fucking, twist him around, then put him in a neck crank, and then dude, I lock the body up and everything. I do a body lock with my legs. I'm 41.
Or snap.
I'm a 260-pound, 41-year-old man. I've got this poor 3-year-old in a body lock with my ham hock legs, and then I put his head in a neck crank, and I'll just start yelling at him, tap or snap. And he's like, let me go. And he's like, let me go. And I'm like, no. Tap or snap, buddy.
I cannot do that shit because I know within a week Caleb's going to be putting it on his 3-year-old brother. I'm going to be like, no, get the fuck off him.
Tap or snap, bitch.
No, son, no, please. You got to understand. Sorry, okay, I derailed it.
Thankfully, Jonas has not done that to his almost 1-year-old cousin Kieran, because if he did, I'm pretty sure his mother would be calling CPI on me. But he reserves a lot of the rough housing for just me, thankfully. But yeah, I definitely taught him tap or snap. A lot of times, I'll tell Jonas I'll put him in something, I'll just lock him up, and I won't put a tremendous amount of pressure on him because he is 3 and everything. But I'll lock him up and be like, all right, figure out your way out of this. And he's like, let me go. And I'm like, no, fuck off. Figure out Like, calm down, think about the position you're in, figure out how to get out of it. And I won't do anything else. Like, I won't advance my position or anything because I'm not trying to win the match. I'm just trying to teach him, like, you got to think through these situations. And, and he'll usually get it. He'll usually stop crying like a little bitch. And, and settle
you 3-year-old
down.
little bitch.
I did not shoot the bitch. It all comes back to body count in the house.
Body count.
But that's right. But I'll tell him, like, look, you gotta, I've taught you how to get out of these things, so figure it out. And he will, he'll get out. The thing that, and I'm going to end this little rant here by telling you, but the thing that my son does, which really pisses me off, is he's like a little Chris Benoit. And I'm not saying that because he, like, murdered his family and then killed himself. I'm saying that because...
Yet.
I'm saying that because, like, his favorite move is the fucking headbutt. And he has got a rock-hard fucking head, man. I mean, this little bastard, like I'll have him... Even if I'm not even wrestling with him, I'll like pick him up to give him a hug, and he's just like, "Hi, Dad," bam, and just fucking headbutts me in the face.
Oh, some social skills.
like he's like God, what was it? The Klingons, I think, or somebody else were like they like greeted each other by fucking tapping heads. That's my son. But he does it like with no restraint, and he's gonna either knock my teeth out one day or break my nose, and then he's gonna get put through a wall. I've told him, like, dude, don't headbutt me in the fucking face. Don't headbutt me at all. And he's like, "Sorry, Dada," and I'm like, "No, sorry doesn't gonna put my fucking nose back together when you crush it with your damn dense skull head." So,
I'm always afraid of having to go to the emergency room with some kind of fucking story like that. Like, how did you do this? Well, okay. Well.
Oh, my fucking nose. Anything else, Cooper? Any final words of wisdom before we end this train wreck of a podcast?
Well, if I were going to rate it, totally like 8 out of 10. Really fucking good album. It does kind of go into the samey territory, but it's like 2 different shades of samey. Like straight death metal and then like groovy death metal. So it's like, you got some different flavors in there. One of those I could dig it. Again, I think it was definitely accentuated by the fact that I totally saw this band live. So like the day this was released, even though I didn't buy the album, which I should have, but I only had 2 pockets. And I already bought 2 albums because there was no re-entry. Bastard.
You sound like a hobo. I'm 2 pockets. I hang out with my friends on the train.
Pretty much.
Hang out with my friends on the train. Ham sandwich Anders and Whistle Stop Jenkins.
Whistle Stop Jenkins.
What?
The comic book podcast. Don't worry about it.
Oh, God. I feel like I've jumped to a time machine. A place I don't recognize. But yeah, I already had a t-shirt.
Hobo life. Stabbing folks with my hobo knife. Go on.
Is that a real thing?
It's a bit from The Simpsons.
Oh, see, like I remember the other jingles, like the monorail and Mr. Plow, but I love Mr. Plow.
Wrap it up, baby. I bet you do.
Yeah,
Wrap it up.
I'm Mr. Plow. Anywho, yeah, really good album. Totally recommend it. It's been one of the best so far this year. Fucking awesome. It might even get higher in the list the more I listen to it. But anywho, plugs.
Yep. All right. I just so real quick. Here's what I got on my 2017 list so far. I got Vandal's Nest by Sepultura, Vision of Tomorrow by Firewind, World War Now by Creator, Mean Green Killing Machine by Overkill, Fuck the Neighbors by Iron Reagan, still hilarious to me, In the Name of Us All by Darkest Hour, and then 10,000 Ways to Die. All right, moving right along, Footloose and Fancy Free, as my voice gives out on me. Tomorrow night here on the Rattlevision Broadcasting Network, we wrap up our coverage of the Iron Fist. We're looking at the Netflix show, White Privilege. You can check out more of our coverage of Iron Fist by checking out the Source Material Podcast, Part 1 of our coverage of Iron Fist, The Living Weapon, Rage, plus our thoughts prior to the release of the Netflix Iron Fist show. Next week on Source Material, we'll be doing Iron Fist, The Living Weapon, Redemption. Myself and Robert Winfrey will be reviewing the Power Rangers movie. Metal Hammer of Doom finally gets to Steel Panther, Lower the Bar, and then all of us comic geeks are going to gather up and do – now, are you coming on for this, Jesse? Are you going to participate in this TV party tonight for Legion Season 1?
Yeah, I'd like to. When is it again?
Thursday at 9 o'clock.
Thursday the 30th.
Yes.
The 30th?
Yep. The day before Body Count drops. Body Count.
I will try. I will do my best. If something comes up and I cannot make it, I will let you know the day of.
All right. But definitely Josh Calandros, I believe, and Ronnie Adams will be joining me on the TV party tonight for Legion Season 1. So, also in the archives, Damn You Hollywood, Beauty and the Beast, our review. We tore into the critics on this one because these people are half retarded. Beauty and the Beast, well on its way to making $1 billion. All hail the Mouse King of cinema. Those are my plugs for now. And, hang on. Just a reminder, motherfucking Body Count drops March 31st. Get your WrestleMania on and then listen to some Body Count. And we'll be talking about Body Count, Bloodlust, because no lives matter, on April 5th, and we'll be following that up with the new Mastodon. That's what we got going on in the Miyakio Shaw. Mr. Foster,
right.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please go give the Rattleitch Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer. I do run a show on here, just as Mark mentioned, called Source Material, where we discuss some of the great and not so great comic book story arcs in the comic book medium. So if you guys are interested in learning about some stuff that's happened in comics before it's reached the silver screen or the small screen, then check out my podcast. We've gotten over 100 episodes on that piece. So yeah, exactly. And folks, I want to thank you again for joining us here on the Metal Hammer of Doom. I think that's about all I have. I mean, shoot, you can go, just like Mark said, check out the Iron Fist podcast that we have. I don't think I have really much else to add. So, Mark, take it away.
Coop, plugs.
Oh, Coop.
Yeah, I'm here.
You are. My bad.
Surprise, bitches. Anywho, there's this podcast. I'm on it. Technically.
You are.
I am.
It's still a part of the show, you douche. God.
When Lowe's allows. Anywho,
well, that's your fault.
Right. Yeah. So there's this. It exists. It's a thing. Yeah. Sorry.
He said with much enthusiasm.
And then there's another a podcast that I'm attached to that doesn't exist. Sentai Rider podcast. The NJARIDR podcast on Facebook. Haven't recorded anything in 2.5 years, and
yet you keep plugging it.
So, you know what? I keep getting likes. We're at almost 800, and I haven't done anything. It's
real quick, Jesse. Should I?
That's amazing.
Should I change the picture of me and my daughter drinking by the bay to Hawk yelling "well"? Just leave it alone.
Keep it the way it is. I certainly don't want people getting confused and going, "What the hell are you doing, Rattleitch? What is going on?
What is this? What is he signaling with this? What's he trying to tell us?"
He's got a different haircut. I don't know what. Wow.
Sorry, Coop, go ahead.
Then my buddy Kevin, he has a new podcast. It's not the Three Beards, I forget what he calls it. And then I was like, hey, can I join it? And he's like, oh yeah, you probably could. So maybe I'll be on an episode of it.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing they've sponsored some stuff. Their stuff's showing up in my feed here recently.
yeah, I was still like not pleased that they were like, yeah. So I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, thanks. Am I invited? They're like, yeah. If you want to, it's like, yeah, if you want to come on sometime. I'm like, sure. Let me check my schedule.
Wow.
My schedule was still like not ready. But I was like, someday. I was still annoyed. I was like, what the fuck, guys? Fuck.
I don't really like you. I don't like you being on other podcasts while you can't commit to this one. I think I need a commitment out of you before you start drifting into other people's podcasts.
It's in the contract, Coop. Didn't you read it?
Oh. I just thought to have the boys' soul, I have to pay the troll toll.
That's right.
Troll toll.
I have to pay the toll to get in. Troll toll. What do you say? Troll toll. Hey. There you go. There's my It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference for the evening.
Mm-hmm. Everyone take a drink.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. That wasn't part of our... Wait, I didn't know it was part of bingo.
It's all part of Rattledge and Broadcasting bingo now.
The rib bingo. The rib bingo. Yeah, so I think that's all. That's all, folks. But
hey, plug Garmer stuff real quick there, Coop. What is it? You usually plug his stuff.
The WTMnet.com, my buddy Sean Garmer's site, including his podcast, Wrestling to the Max.
Which will be showing up this Sunday. It will be showing up this Sunday.
Will it?
Yes. I've talked to Garmer here earlier today, and we have decided that we are going to have that fill in the slot. We're missing a MMA podcast that day, so we're going to bring Wrestling to the Max on Sunday here this coming Sunday. So be prepared, everybody.
Yay! That's like 4 hours, but it's awesome. The review that I wrote for him still hasn't. The review I posted still hasn't sent to him. Still hasn't been posted. So.
Oh my God! This fucking story again.
So like the second game that he sent me, I have played some of and can't write a review of it. But I'm like, look, dude, I ain't fucking writing the second one until you post the first. I haven't even touched the third game. Like I downloaded it. I haven't touched it. I mean, that's like 20 hours right there. A lot of game.
That's some game.
I mean, add that to the fact that I keep playing games that are like 80 hours long.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Anything else?
I like corn.
All righty. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this podcast. And if you've left with us this long, God bless you. We'll be back next week, as I said, for Ye Old Steel Panther. I've been dying to hear this. I'm very excited about it. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun with that. For Jesse Starcher, for Tardy to the Party, Mr. Robert Cooper, I am your mandated reporter, your old pal Wheezy. Be well, be safe, and behave.
Napa know-how.
A Napa guy knows more isn't always better, unless we're talking about full-size vans. These beasts do more than get you from A to B. They have so much space a man can live in it. With shag carpeting, waterbed, and a sweet lava lamp, these mobile abodes have all the comforts of home. With quality parts and plenty of Napa know-how, you can keep the original tiny house running longer, stronger. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
If you don't sit in your lucky seat, your team could lose. So don't leave your lucky seat. But do pick up your phone or computer and order B-dubs to go. Or if you've got a big group, call in for the party menu. That way you can order wings, pick them up, and get back to your lucky seat. And if you do lose while sitting in your lucky seat, you can still feel lucky eating your feelings. Spicy feelings. Keep your superstitions. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Prices and participation vary. See participating locations for details. Void where prohibited.